Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media. Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. Today's episode takes us to the RunAmuck Campground near Hyder, Alaska. Hyder is a small town of around 140 people near the Alaska-Canada border. Ketchikan is around 90 miles to the southwest as the crow flies. The elevation in town is only 29 feet above sea level, but mountains surrounding it reach over 8,600 feet at the peak of Mount Otter. The climate here is categorized as an oceanic climate with cool to warm summers and mild winters. Temperatures don't vary broadly here, despite the latitude. Forests here host white, Sitka and Black Spruce, western Hemlock, paper birch, and quaking aspen, which shelter black-tailed deer and moose, while mountain goats hide amongst the crags and cliffs. Predators here include black bears, gray wolves, and brown bears. A few miles out of Hyder is the Fish Creek Wildlife Viewing Area, which is an improved site designed to offer visitors a close-up view of brown bears as they feed on salmon. The photographers and tourists get up close and personal with the bears with mere feet separating them. Despite being in such close quarters with the bears, there have never been a single bear attack at the viewing site or at the RunAmuck Campground located on the outskirts of town prior to this event. In recent days, a young and smaller 300-pound male brown bear had showed up at the viewing site and created quite a ruckus. Over the prior 10 days, he'd been seen rummaging through garbage bins and scrounging the area for anything he could eat. He was spotted visiting the dump and would surprise locals as they dropped off their refuse. The bear wasn't done with the town even after all of that. At one point, it raided a group of campers and chased them off. Now having sole and exclusive access to their gear and goodies, the bear dug through everything they left behind. Paul Larkin was the operator of the wildlife viewing site and noted the bear's behavior was odd. It seemed more aggressive and opportunistic than the others. Larkin assembled a team to trap the bear and laid out snares and culvert traps. On Thursday, July 13th, 2000, the bear visited the trap, but the mechanism failed and allowed it to escape. On Friday, July 14, 2000, 41-year-old George Tullos was camping out in a tarp tent at RunAmuck Campground for the summer. He was from Ketchikan and had taken a seasonal job at a local restaurant. Tullos sought out a secluded camping spot so that he could catch some extra shut-eye and away from all the rabble. As he dozed, he would have a dangerous visitation that would lead to George losing his life. On Saturday, July 15th, passers-by noticed that George's camp was disturbed and couldn't find him. Stopping to investigate, they found a horrible scene. George's mangled corpse lay near his tarp tent, partially eaten. Authorities were notified, but workers at the local sawmill were way ahead of them. They somehow knew that the young brown bear that had been causing all of the problems was the most likely culprit in George's death. They went hunting for it and found it pawing through the trash at the town dump. Without hesitation, they put that bear down, even without the support of local wildlife officials. Having dispatched the bear, the sawmill workers notified the authorities of where they could find its carcass. A biologist performed a necropsy on the bear and pulled George's remains from its stomach. Also found in its digestive tract were grass and blueberries, indicating the bear wasn't exclusively depending on human trash for its food. After looking around George's campsite, there was no animal cached the bear could have been protecting. And given it was a male, it wasn't protecting cubs. Speaking of cubs, our Cub Tier membership on Patreon, linked below, will give you ad-free early access to our episodes. And the $3 per month goes a long way in helping me continue to produce educational and entertaining content like this. Following George's death, Larkin stated that the community would likely grant the brown bears more respect, despite their seemingly low-key behavior. Prior to this attack, a wildlife officer stated he could only recall 3 other bear attacks in which the victim was consumed in the last 20 years. In 2019, the terrible trend took a startling turn, with 2 people dying in bear attacks in a single year. Each of those attacks are episodes featured on this channel and have been linked to in the video article below this video. Bruce Bartlett worked as a spokesman for the Alaska State Wildlife Division. He maintains that bears perceive humans as more of a threat than as prey. Most people would agree with him, but when they do view humans as prey, the outcome is more terrifying than any Hollywood screenwriter could conceive. After reviewing the facts surrounding this episode, I'm left with a few questions for you. Were the wildlife officers complicit in George's death? Should they have acted more assertively in capturing the bear prior to his death? Why do you think this bear was so much more active than the other brown bears in the area? Would you risk your life sleeping under a tarp tent located a few hundred yards from a bear observation point? I think I'll stick with the RV. I'll gladly read and reply to your thoughts, so please post them in the comments section below, and let's talk about it. Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.